15 Most Anticipated Strategic Games 2024. Today, we will discuss 15 strategic games and simulators that are coming out in 2024. While working on the script for this video, I realized that this year can confidently be called the year of strategies, as there are so many interesting projects nearing release that one video would not be enough to tell you about everything. Some of the games we will talk about today have already been mentioned in previous episodes but were delayed. However, it is absolutely necessary to mention them. Let's take a look at what to expect in 2024 in the realm of strategic game. New Cycle. In the realm of survival city building games, New Cycle stands out as an impressive entry. Following a catastrophic solar flare that destroyed the world, the few survivors are tasked with rebuilding everything from the ground up. The game is a dense representative of its genre, adhering to fundamental principles such as managing people, key resources, and detailed micromanagement. Yet, New Cycle also brings fresh innovations to classic colony simulators, like building a network of conveyor belt factories akin to a simplified version of Factorio, thereby placing a greater focus on logistics. Players are presented with a substantial selection of resources and goods, featuring complex production chains for both city maintenance and trading. The game boasts an extensive technology tree and a comprehensive list of events and challenges to be tackled. Having demonstrated its ambition and readiness with last year's demo release, New Cycle is eagerly awaited for its full release on January 19th. Homeworld 3. On March 9th, the eagerly anticipated continuation of the legendary real-time strategy series, Homeworld 3, will make its debut on our screens. This new installment of the dynamic Lords genre promises to deliver thrilling battles in a fully immersive 3D environment. And when I say fully, I mean it in terms of both graphics and mechanics. The game's visuals are absolutely stunning, enhancing the overall experience. A key feature of the revamped combat system is the inclusion of gigantic abandoned spacecraft, each serving as a unique arena for intense battles. Additionally, the game features a complete simulation of ballistics, elevating the use of cover to a whole new level. The game modes promised include a solo campaign, a cooperative roguelike mode, and, of course, intense PvP battles. As an added bonus, the game will support mods right from the start of the project. I don't know about you, but space games always get me incredibly excited. I certainly won't be missing out on such an amazing project. Zephon. The celebration also reaches the fans of folk strategy games, as in 2024, the creators of Warhammer 40, Glacius unveil their new project, Zephon. In this storyline, aliens have completely warped our world, pushing the ecosystem to the brink and spawning terrifying mutants. Across the fields of lost battles, robots, remnants of old technology, wander aimlessly. As expected, our task is to take control of the survivors and confront the cosmic enemy. Players are offered 3 radically different development paths, or a multitude of combinations through asymmetric faction progression along these paths. Featuring over 50 unique unit types, the construction of cities and bases that will exhibit distinct appearances based on their current path affiliation, an economy built on 11 types of resources, dozens of unique geographical features and anomalies, over 150 different research options, turn-based battles directly on the global map, akin to humankind, and a unique setting that blends elements of cyberpunk and mysticism. Knowing the team's previous work, we can be confident that the experience will be exceptionally stylish and brutal. Manor Lords. This long-awaited masterpiece, which began as a solo project by talented designers and eventually evolved into a project captivating the entire internet, has been delayed repeatedly. Finally, in October 2022, the creators released a demo of their anticipated gem, Manor Lords. They have been tirelessly working on the game throughout 2023, and now they have finally set a precise release date, April 26, 2024. The scale of this project is astounding. The visual style is mind-blowing, and the multitude of diverse mechanics promises long-term engagement, potentially for months or even years. For those unfamiliar with Manor Lords, here's a brief explanation. It's a grand strategy game where the world is divided into regions. You start by building your first settlement in one of these regions. However, each region has unique resources, and there are other competitors on the map with their own agenda. Thus, challenges are inevitable, and you'll need to build powerful armies, manually outfit each soldier, and partake in total war-style battles. Then you'll expand your territories, build new settlements, establish logistics between them, and engage in more warfare. The demo only showed a fraction of the city-building mechanics, but what I saw was incredibly impressive. I am eagerly awaiting the epic battles ahead. If you haven't seen a playthrough of the demo, there's a video available on the channel. Without a doubt, this is the game I'm most excited about this year. Frostpunk 2. Here we have another incredible project, my second most anticipated game of 2024. The harsh, snowy, survival-based city builder, Frostpunk 2. I recently made a short video about this game, so let's quickly cover the main point. Once again, we'll be tasked with building a city in a cruel world of perpetual frost. But this time, the game's scale has expanded significantly. Instead of individual houses, we will be constructing entire districts, and the game's timeline will now span weeks and even years. As a result, the cities we build will become truly massive. The primary resource in this sequel is oil, and the struggle for it will be a key objective for survival. The cold remains a constant challenge, but with more advanced technologies and the experience gained from the first Frostpunk's New London, survival has become somewhat more familiar. The main focus of the game has shifted to political maneuvering. Frostpunk 2 introduces more political factions, requiring balance between them. The decision-making process now involves a council of faction representatives. Essentially, the game has evolved from a local disaster movie into a global political dance, which seems like a logical direction for the sequel. Whether it succeeds or not, we will find out soon. Men of War 2. Now on our list, we have another anticipated release that we were expecting in 2023, but it didn't come to fruition. Men of War 2, the continuation of the legendary real-time strategy series set in World War I, behind enemy line. As always, the setting includes battles on both the Western and Eastern fronts. The developers promise us advanced artificial intelligence, which is quite a bold claim. Additionally, players will have the opportunity to take direct control of any unit or machinery and engage in battle. This news has surely made every tank commander's heart skip a beat. The game features 2 compelling story campaigns, a vast array of troop types, an impressive 45 battalions, and over 300 types of machinery, all enhanced by modern graphics and mod support right from the start. So, dear friends, we have a breakthrough here. Industry Giant 4.0. Now let's talk about a gem for fans of economic simulations. Another sequel in the legendary game series, Industry Giant 4.0, is stepping into the spotlight. Despite its name, this is actually the 3rd installment of the game, serving as a clever reference to the 4th Industrial Revolution. It's quite a mix-up, isn't it? The game boasts 25 different industrial sectors, offering around 60 types of goods. It introduces the impact of corporate philosophy and seasonal changes on the global landscape, featuring an array of urban structures and random events. Not to mention the various transportation options available, including trucks, ships, and trains. Essentially, this is all the key information currently known about the project. However, one cannot overlook its impressive visual appeal and a title that evokes both intrigue and nostalgia. Espiocracy. Next on our list is Espiocracy, a game I've been eagerly awaiting since 2023, but the project was also delayed. It's a global strategy game in what many refer to as the conspiracy maps genre, where the primary focus of dominating the map is on manipulation, propaganda, espionage, and behind-the-scenes games. It's essentially a simulator of a large-scale Cold War. For espionage, we are promised a whopping 34 different infiltration mechanics. The promotion of various ideas here can occur through more than just brute force. Players will be able to recruit various artists and scientists, invest in their popularity, form a cult around them, and then use this influence for their own underhanded scheme. Each agent, akin to those in Crusader Kings, has their own personality traits, and the success of the operation will be influenced not only by your direct orders, but also by the agent's views and characteristics. Whether there will be invisible cars in the game remains unknown. Celestial Empire. If you've ever dreamed of building ancient China with your own hands, then Celestial Empire, the new city-building project set to release in March 2024, is for you. And if you want to check if it really suits your interests, the demo is already available on Steam. What's the game about? You're appointed as a governor tasked with constructing vast and exquisitely beautiful cities in a setting that's not commonly encountered. Establishing production chains and trade infrastructure, as well as actively participating in the development of the legendary Silk Road, are also key aspects of the game. Naturally, meeting the needs of city dwellers with a variety of services is a given. Furthermore, similar to the venerable city building series, the game invites us to honor gods. A content deity brings forth pleasant blessings, while an angered one may cause crop failure at best, or at worst, unleash calamitous demons upon us. In short, it's a highly distinctive and classical urban planning experience, executed with remarkable quality, something that's regrettably rare to find nowadays. Kaiserpunk. Let's talk about Kaiserpunk, another genre blending offering in today's lineup. What do we have here? An alternative history of the 20th century, combining elements of city building, geopolitics, and real-time strategy. In the game, we'll be constructing our own city-state, gradually expanding its territories and optimizing production and logistics chains. We can build both on land and water. New technologies and buildings will be regularly introduced. Additionally, we'll need to manage over 100 different resources, negotiate with traders and smugglers. To add to the excitement, there's a global map consisting of hundreds of diverse regions inhabited by our opponents. To befriend or antagonize them, we'll need to exert our political influence, either through economic power or military might. Each army will require regular supplies, which we'll manage in real time as we progress on the global map. In short, it promises a full-fledged chaos of sophisticated mechanics, and we definitely can't wait for it. Ultimate General. American Revolution. Here's another grand strategy game with dynamic, real-time battles. Ultimate General. American Revolution. In this game, we'll engage in the ruthless division of the continent during the colonization of America. We are promised large-scale battles, both on land and at sea, along with a unique correspondence mechanic. Not everything happening on the map will be visible in real time, as some crucial information may remain hidden if enemy forces intercept our messages to headquarters. Additionally, the game requires us to develop the infrastructure of various regions, manually equip our troops, and focus on the development of the general staff. We must also optimize production and logistics to ensure efficient supply of essential resources to our army. Outpost. Infinity Siege. Next up, we have an ambitious project in the fortress defense or tower defense genre with some cool twists. Outpost. Infinity Siege. This is a rather charming D set in a fantastical setting, where in addition to developing the base and equipping it with various cannons and towers, we will have full control over the main character and actively participate in first-person shooter battle. Besides the intense combat, we will also need to strategize resource gathering and the development tree of our own weapons and potential turrets. And for added fun, they promise us a cooperative mode. Builders of Greece. In the first quarter of the year, we can expect another delightful and quite picturesque city building game called Builders of Greece. After much anticipation, this game has finally been released, as I had been eagerly awaiting it since 2023. The project offers a fresh reimagining of the classics, presenting old-school city-building masterpieces with a modern twist. In this game, we will construct our own ancient Greece, meticulously attending to the various needs of our citizens, extracting a plethora of resources and manufacturing goods to eventually showcase in the market. We will also have to pay homage to the gods and ensure their satisfaction, as Zeus himself may descend from Olympus to deliver just punishment. Furthermore, the game promises a robust diplomatic and political engine that will influence the development of our settlement. The visual style of the project, perhaps due to my profound admiration for ancient Greece, is truly captivating. Additionally, a free demo of the game is available on Steam. Fragile Existence. Here's another intriguing real-time strategy game with a cosmic twist, Fragile Existence. In this game, we'll embark on a journey to explore star systems in search of resources, establish colonies to sustain civilization, and build military might to fend off potential adversaries. In the storyline, humanity faces an unknown threat that has decimated most of our kind, leaving only a few survivors huddled on several spacecraft. We must command this fleet, conduct reconnaissance, colonize the universe for resources and survival, all while unraveling the mystery of our despicable foe. The game promises dynamic battles, a myriad of diverse units, and mod support right from the start. Endzone 2. Last but certainly not least on today's list is the sequel to the breathtaking post-apocalyptic colony simulator, Endzone 2. In this continuation, we once again take charge of the survivors in a bright future, navigating through challenges such as radiation, sandstorms, acid rain, raiders, and a myriad of other problems. What's new in the second installment? Unlike the first game, where we built settlements on specific maps, here we are no longer bound to a particular location. The world is now vast, and we will travel through it on our starting bus, stopping at new locations with unique resources and establishing new settlements one after another. It will be up to us to decide whether we want to create a network of small villages connected through shared logistics or build a massive metropolis with outposts strategically placed near important resources. In addition to revamped graphics, the game has completely reworked the logic of settler behavior and job assignments. They have also added transportation, so now your explorers, gatherers, and traders will be able to zip around the world in vehicles, optimizing all processes and saving your precious time. The first part of the game was phenomenal, and we can't wait to see what the second installment brings. And there you have it, my friend, a carefully curated selection for today. I would truly appreciate your invaluable support with a like and a subscription if you haven't done so already. I'd also like to remind you that I recently released another compilation dedicated to the best games of the past year. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already.